The people were in the darkness of the knowledge. When the Ram came to this place, he brought the light. So since then, that day, we celebrate the festival of light. Tamso ma jyotirgamaya. Like in Christianity, it says, let there be light, and there was a light. So light is not only the daylight, the light is the knowledge. Without the knowledge, we are nowhere. And that's what we believe in. And we have this big festival representing two things: the victory of the Ram over the Ravan, and restore the whole high morals and value of our belief and tradition, and bring a light and knowledge to the mankind. By bringing a light and knowledge means he restored the entire philosophical value of the Hindu tradition. It's a very important question, very important to know why we do celebrate as well. We'll have to go back to the incarnation of Narayan in the what we call Ram Avatar. The Ram was born to the king Dashrath, and he had 4 sons and 3 wives. The eldest was the Ram, then there was a Lakshman, and there was a Bharat and Shatrugna. For some reason, the second queen says that, why can't my son become a king? So she tried to put these things in front of the king and demanded that when you were in the bother, you promised me that I grant you one wish. And by the virtue of that wish, she demanded that the eldest son, who is the heir, has to go in exile with his wife Sita, and my son should become a king. So when this was disclosed, Ram thought that it is my duty to obey my dad's command. So he decided, okay, I will go to the exile for 14 years. And these 14 years he goes out with Sita. And younger brother, Lakshman, he was a devoted brother to the Ram. He went in exile with him. When he went in exile, there was a devil called Ravan who came and kidnapped the wife Sita. He took it in his kingdom. That was a very wealthy place. It is said in our book that very wealthy, all things were gold and very rich, full of the materialistic value. And he tried to persuade Sita to leave Ram and become his queen. But obviously, she was a devoted woman. She was not an ordinary woman. She was what we call Great Mother Bhavani, and she is a part of that. So she was not going to accept it anyway. And there has been a big war to bring the Sita back. Of course, he was also a very powerful king. And being Ram in exile, he didn't have a lot of the ammunitions or means to fight. So he took a help of the Hanuman. That's what everybody calls monkey god. But he was a real disciple of the Ram, real devotee. He helped. The war went on for 10 days. And on the 10th days, Ram assassinated or beheaded the Ravan. When he was going back to his kingdom in north, called Ayodhya, he ordered that let there be so many lights, put the lights up there.
Stand shoulder to shoulder, make sure there's no gap between 2 people. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahu Akbar.
As Muslims, we have 2 festivals in a year. One is the festival of first Eid, which is the first day after the month of Ramadan. So month of Ramadan is the fasting month. So it's like you've acted upon whatever God had prescribed for you, i.e. fasting, and you've completed that act of worship, and as a celebration you celebrate the Eid, which starts with praising the Lord, glorifying the Lord. So we have an additional prayer on the day of Eid, and after that is pretty much celebration, just going around visiting your friends, family and relatives, and just like eating as much as you can. So it's like it's a big feast, and it's just spreading the love and compassion and affection, as well as sharing food with each other. You have to fast for a whole month, so it's like either 29 days or 30 days. It's according to lunar calendars, and it's fasting from dawn until sunset. And in winter, obviously the days are shorter, and therefore it's more doable than, let's say, in summer when the days are very long. The first generation of Muslims who came to this country did fast from 4 in the morning till 10 o'clock in the evening, so we've got something to look up to in that sense. And then there's additional prayer in the month of Ramadan for 29 days or 30 days, because the Holy Quran, the Book of God, got 30 parts, and one part is recited every night. So we complete the full recitation of the Quran in the month of Ramadan in the night prayer. It takes about between an hour to an hour and a half. So depending on the locality, for instance, here you get around 300 people praying this additional prayer every night, and then fasting during the day. And the purpose of fasting was just to really discipline oneself. That there's also starvation in the world, so you can have you can sympathize with the people who can't afford food, and as well as this being able to discipline oneself, that we should not just overstuff ourselves all the time.
Ya Allah, accept our prayers today. Ya Allah, accept our fasting today. Ya Allah, grant us success at each and every step of our lives.